2-0, and now we're about to head into the matchup between KBG going up against SRG. Welcome back. My name is Lafel, and alongside with me is Brigida as well as Strex. Before we even begin, I would just like to say I want to touch on, but before we started the match, we were able to talk to Aurora Vecchi, the analyst, the coach for Selangor Red Giants, the last chance to keep the dream alive. This is what Aurora Vecchi had to say. He said our mental strength must remain strong because the pressure is on now that we're in a do or die situation. Another loss means elimination. Returning to our comfort zone, the BO3 format will give us a better chance since we've faced similar scenarios many times before, even in MPL MY Season 14. It would be a waste if we didn't make it through. A whole year of effort has led to this moment. So the stakes feel incredibly high, and we're determined to give it our all.
Yep, definitely. I'm looking forward to Aurora Vecchi and Arcadia, all of the possible plans they brought into this match, or they're bringing into this match. Because even when we had a different meta, a little back in, let's say, SPS or even MSC, like they were the coaching staff who were really able to play around the meta. I recall them introducing the entire concept of the Melissa even, countering all those Paramis games, and that's those potential surprises that would show up last minute in the draft. And now that we're seeing a lot of new metas emerging in terms of what our priorities are, I'm looking forward to see that now that we're in the best of 3, could there be something that they've been cooking all along so that they could redeem themselves now that they're in this very dangerous position?
Gentlemen, something has to be said here. KBG has a secret draft, which is the Freya.
Yep.
The Freya has always been banned. I wonder if Selangor Red Giants will take a risk here and let go of that Freya, and then we might be able to see of what this Freya has been all about. But we're going to discuss that and more right after this. But right now, we have an interview with Gojes, so we'll see what is on his mind before we start the game.
Hi guys, welcome to the courtside report. Here's Michelle with POG again. And now we are having the SRG Gojes with us. POG, I need help for the translating maybe.
That's right. Apa yang dia cakap? Selamat datang kepada semua. Kita ada Gojes dan juga saya dan juga dia. Tapi sekarang Gojes sedikit sebanyak soalan berkenaan dengan super sub daripada Selangor Red Giant ni. Macam mana perasaannya sekarang?
Perasaan dia tak sabar nak menang.
Tak sabar nak menang.
Betul.
Well, basically I'm asking him, what does he feel right now? He said he doesn't feel any, he just feel that we will win this.
So you didn't get stressful before the game?
What?
You didn't get stressed before the game, right? It's stressful.
Oh, no.
No, you keep calm. But however, it's a do or die matchup for you guys. So how's your like the team energy right now?
The team energy is currently just fine, just good, because we know that we are the king of best of 3.
Just fine. Everybody is confident about the game, right, POG?
Tapi sekarang Gojes, bila kau cakap korang king of best of 3 kan? Nak tanya sikit lah, sedikit sebanyak perasaan bila kalah dengan Falcon tu. Macam mana rasanya? Because I'm asking, he's losing against Falcon. What does it feel?
Lawan Falcon tu, bila kalah tu rasa agak mental boom lah. Sebab sepatutnya game tu dah owning sangat-sangat, tinggal nak end je. Cuma kita ada masalah nak end the game, so yeah.
So apa puncanya? Apa ya maksudnya macam bila cakap tak tahu nak end game? Apa puncanya?
Puncanya adalah Granger bukan salah satu hero yang menggunakan basic attack lah. So dia susah nak end game.
I see. Just because of the Granger, they can't end the game easily. So got some miscommunication, something in there. But what happened is what happened. It is what it is.
But they actually figured out something wrong with this. So, and actually it's happening few days after your last matchup. So any preparation or the like the training before this game coming up to you?
Yeah. Actually, as we can see, both of the game we lost because we got comeback. And yeah, we know we got comeback because we have a problem to end the game. So actually, the preparation that we done is just to how to end the game and
Probably, right?
not drag the game to late game.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright. Apa yang Gojes kata, kali ni diorang dah belajar daripada kesilapan. 2 game yang lepas membuktikan jangan drag game lama sangat. So kalau kata ada peluang untuk end terus, buat apa bersimpan lama-lama, betul?
Betul.
Alright, sedikit sebanyak lah I nak tanya dekat you Gojes kan. Kalau lah pemain-pemain daripada Selangor Red Giant tengah tengok kita sekarang ni, ada tak apa-apa kata-kata semangat nak bagi? Because they need your boost.
Untuk pemain SRG, my teammates, my coaches, just do as usual that you done before in MSC, in MPL. Just do your job and we can win.
Just keep your confidence and good luck on SRG. So now it's a good time to figure out who's gonna go on our journey to the M6. Back over to you, panel.
Just do your job. That's what Gojes, just do your job. Don't make it complicated, all right? You know what to do, and then keep on doing it.
Or something.
Now we gotta move our conversation. The Golden Road. So far, it has never been achieved. Is there some kind of Golden Road curse? Yes? No? Maybe? Panelists, what do you guys think? Do you guys think once a team has a chance for a Golden Road, something gets in the way, something just makes the whole road bumpy?
You know, I have a theory on this.
All right.
I got a theory on this.
Go for it.
I like, in all honesty, a practical theory. The fact that you win MSC, you're on that high, man. You're on cloud 9. You come in, you win MPL, and I think at that point, either the pressure gets too high, or maybe you're just too comfortable at that point, right? I think a lot of teams, you win MSC, you get that nice little chunk of change, you go shopping, you get the haircut, you buy your new Louis bag, and you get to a point where maybe you're just not as hungry. And I think a lot of teams, we see it happen, a lot of teams, or you're completely burnt out, right? You've been training nonstop for a year, and you're so much mental pressure that you're burnt out. But I think it's one of those two things usually. I don't really believe in curses.
What about you, Brigida?
I think the same, especially in terms of like the burnout aspect, because the life of a pro player, of the coaches and everyone involved in a team, it's no joke. Like the amount of scrims that they have to go through in a single day, especially when there are upcoming tournaments and when there are like a lot of or even off season, like they have to set particular schedules and just allow for some room to breathe. But when they know that there's still something up, they have to work. So I don't know if it's catching up to them, but it's now or never, definitely, for SRG.
And now let's look at, in case the Bruno gets picked up. But now we were able to talk to Stormie. How do you feel seeing Saxa here at M6? And he said, I'm happy for him. He has a long way. He has come a long way with KBG. Now we're going up against each other. So good luck to Saxa.
Yep. I actually like what you mentioned about mentioned earlier, because we know SRG as a team who really specializes in terms of the micro. But like we need to see...
The one you've been whispering about, talking about. The Freya ban is not on the field just yet. Alpha ban from the side of KBG.
In the first series, it's been one of the comfort heroes as well for Saxa in the previous qualifiers. Power picks still available here for KBG.
Yep, they pick up the Cho first, not letting that...
If a safer option, there's still the Hylos as well, but they sue you immediately.
But I don't know if they want to take that risk against a Hilda.
There goes the Joy. So
time to drop the beat of the flash.
All right, Joy pick comes in. I think the Eve is solid. You have the Cho, it works great with the Eve. Yep. It keeps people in a little bit longer. It can bring them back into it. You have control. So overall, just a nice pressure. They do go. And Louis banned out, so no Louis. Okay. Now, so you're self-banning at this point. You know?
It kind of reminds me of the lyric and the immediate response to all those. We also still don't know what Innocent might be pulling off this time, and they don't.
There's still Vexana, and in terms of the goal lane, Moskov is okay, but it looks like they banned the Moskov themselves.
Might want to ban that out.
Yeah, Fermi's also still open, could work okay with both comps, especially SRG if they want to go the sustainable route here.
But Stormie's really good in terms of positioning, and they go for the Vexana instead. Still, at least they have additional front. If they want to go for a little bit more of late game, the Sicilians there too. But they go for the Fermis.
Ranger Fermis here without the Valentina. It's a one-sided.
Yeah, that Melissa, we mentioned it earlier. I mean...
it's not Melissa. It is going to be in a time which we have talked about as well.
Will they group up? Will they make it work? Again, facing the brink of elimination in this tournament for the M6 World Championship. Starting out in this best of 3, will it be KeepBest Gaming? You know, very, I would say, in my sense, surprising that our first series was a sweep. Now, win return.
Oh, up against 2. Wanting to look for the first blood kill. It's going to go on the hands of Sekys, but Saxa, on the other hand, answers right back with a kill of his own, taking down Sekys.
They have a lot of tools in favor of SRG, and I feel like that's the biggest obstacle that KBG has to overcome. And it's going to start up with his first turtle.
Okay, Eternal Guard pop right out by Stormie as KBG just trying to kite away the turtle. A kick coming in from Tracy onto the back line, but Grab on the other hand, here comes the NetherRealm Glorious Pathway, and Sekys will secure the turtle. Here comes the counterattack coming in from KBG. They're going to take down Yumes. So a turtle for SRG, but a kill for KBG. Hold on, was able to extend it to the late game, eventually wiped out SRG to take a win. Now this time they can't afford those kinds of mistakes because, again, they're the tournament favorites. Tracy got penciled down with a Sacred Hammer.
Oh, Tracy's going to go down. Yume's able to escape. Saxa was going to hunt him down, but just backs off for now. So, again, Tracy gone. SRG picking up a kill. That's about all they're going to get as they get back into the lanes.
Yeah, and that's the thing that Trex was saying. You know that Tracy is going to look for those initiations, so realistically, he's going to be out of the vicinity of the NetherRealm.
Yeah.
So how can you save Tracy, your main initiator, if you can't reach him? And at the same time, heads up play for Yumes actually to use the Sacred Hammer to make sure the kick is not going to connect, but this time it does!
There's the kick, running the target. Yume's going to go in, dash in. Glorious Pathway already dropped down too. Still going to be bringing the fight. Tracy's going to be in trouble. Still 1 HP, tries to help him out. Cram couldn't get the kill.
But Saxa does bring down Karam, and KBG finally. That clash was in their favor. The turtle has not yet started. And this is the over-aggression that SRG is really known to commit mistakes on. Again, going back to their first game up against S2G, these were the times that their opponents capitalized on their over-aggression.
That's what they want to do here. Looks like it's going to just be ignored for now until they reset. They get to the turtle. Innocent does grab that tier 1. So first one of the game going down. And they'll play around some of the macro decision they have. Win return.
Again, Kram too deep there. Connects the Way of the Dragon. Get bursted down by 4. But Selangor Giant still not starting the turtle. So another kill onto Kram. They did, however, trade for the top lane turret. And considering that Innocent has a mystery shop, he's gonna eventually reach his power spike early on if KBG doesn't manage to contain Innocent Nathan.
This is where you really have to capitalize on the fact that Saxa already has this kind of lead, you know, this many kills early on, and he should be able to be enough of a damage threat, you know, towards that back line of SRG. The hard part is, again, getting through Yumes, and even this Eternal Guard to an extent. I think that's why Tracy is also, he's kind of facing this obstacle and really can't find that window that he's looking for as that second turtle gets grabbed.
Was all ahead of the play that KBG was planning to make, and I do like what Kram has been doing. Although he's 0-2-2, he's just trying to go for the backline, forcing KBG to group up. Tracy, though, on the other hand, got bursted down once again by Sekys. That was a quick kill for the Giants.
You're seeing how much damage is already there. Overloaded now in the mid lane. Gonna force him back a little bit more. Rhapsody from Lexi, he's gonna have to wait.
Oh, Wind Return!
Oh, Wind Return is gone. Not gonna be able to return from that.
And that's a big pickup there for SRG. 2 kills plus the mid lane turret, exposing the base of KBG. And we all know that Saxa with the Joy is a scary, scary jungler when it comes, especially late game when it scales up. He did, however, start with a 4-0-0, but this might be the tempo break SRG is looking for up against KBG. And again, I like to go back to my point where in Kram, just really focusing his attention on the damage dealer, Saxa.
And you know, this transition from games where that mid to late, especially with the load up, again, the lockdown.
Even onto Wind Return, they're not afraid to commit these kills. Here comes Shadow Stampede onto Kram plus the kick. They might be able to bring him down, though, where here comes Sekys, though, on the other hand, Saxa onto the backline. Innocent forced to use the entropy in. NetherRealm is there to save the members of KBG, but Saxa, on the other hand, got slowed down by the weakness finder of Innocent. Even though he's a mobile hero, he can't escape the wrath of Innocent.
A big pickup, too, for SRG. Now they're going to have to fight for the Lord. Sekys will be able to get it. They forced them back a little bit longer, but SRG gets a whole lot. Here's the conceal.
Even with 1 Sacred Hammer, they were able to force out the Pure Run coming in from LMU. Look at the damage coming in from Innocent, though. Even forcing Wind Return to use the Revitalize. A lot of battle spells, a lot of skills have been expended, but no trade whatsoever for KBG.
Armamenton is going to be huge. already with the Starlium Siphon Feather in heaven, and right now they can have enough tankiness in the front line that they can probably force their way into these base turrets. Eternal Guard drop down.
Okay, when return drops down the Glorious Pathway. Yums, however, has the Flicker plus Implosion play. He knows that a lot of Purifies aren't there except for Bilexi, but they're not going to force things out. The discipline, once again, of SRG to just maximize the Lord, go for the outer turret takedowns, and just eventually help Innocent get his power spike once again so that he can burst down any member of KBG standing in his way.
Tier 2's going down, being worked on. Saxa will be able to hold on to that top one for now. The wave's still pushing in. It is good that they hold on to the shields. Was expecting SRG to actually collapse in and try to take those down at least. They could still play around it too. The thing is, the KBG out for them, man, because they are the ones to usually go and start things up.
Oh! What a bait out from Tracy, forcing out the implosion
That's
play
a
from
good
Yums.
play. But ultimately, you're still 30 seconds away from the Lord. So SRG can play around this unless they force a fight.
They're going to force a fight. Even Innocent has to use the entropy out.
Oh, no.
Here comes Cram onto the back line, just trying to work on Bilexi. Sekys enters the picture.
They're going to back off. NetherRealm already popped. Tracy gets the kick. Stormie flickers out defensively. Sekys will pick up a kill.
Tracy is down. KBG has to retreat here in Selangor Red Giants. Still standing strong, even with the NetherRealm, even with the Glorious Pathway, plus the Revitalize. They seem to not lack damage. That's why they're ahead. A 5.8k gold lead, and plus this. Innocent picks up another major item. Now SRG, this might be a clean Lord takedown for the Giants.
That's what I was talking about. You just saw a preview of that. Lack of the damage. Trying to keep Wind Return at bay here. He might get collapsed down on.
Now they commit the implosion. This time it's going to connect. Saxa, though, trying to see if they can have an angle over this Lord, but the problem is Wind Return is down, their main front liner. Tracy still has his Way of the Dragon, can commit it and try to burst down someone, but Selangor Red Giants, again, the discipline of the MSC champions. Poor trade right now.
Start up the Lord. They should be able to just go ahead and freely secure this. Cram will just post up, staring down any of that entry point into all the shots, you know, soaking everything up, because that's like literally his job. And then that's where Yums gets to shine later on. Even an Eternal Guard is enough to tank things up. So there's so much here to deal with if you're KBG. Mid-turret already going down. They're going to have to plump up to actually have this fight in their favor. SRG, there's a conceal going to be used. They try to clear out the waves the best they can. They're slowed down with the Glorious Pathway, still holding it together. And KBG, very clean so far on the defense, unless SRG decides to force a fight. So far, so good. LeMiu's got to go back. There's Tracy with the kick. Still holding on to the Way of the Dragon. Wow. Not able to capitalize on that, but right now, trying to hold on to the base turrets the best they can.
Okay, they take down one bottom lane inhibitor turret. Important to note that Yums again has his flicker. Here comes the Way of the Dragon connecting onto Yums. Hasn't casted an implosion yet, but here comes the NetherRealm. KBG trying to respawn, but Selangor Giants' damage is just there. They're going to keep SRG at bay without losing any casualties, and they manage to save their top lane inhibitor turret.
Wow, KBG, despite being down almost 10,000 gold, will have a defense. Saxa, you gotta be careful here. Oh, he's actually gonna go.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Sekys with a stun and Innocent with the damage brings down Saxa. Now this might be an opening for SRG. Yums again has his flicker, gonna wait for the implosion to be up. Wow, an unfortunate play from KBG.
KBG, I was saying, you know, great defense, but then now down a member. This is an opening for SRG.
Innocent goes in with the entropy. They're just trying to delay with the Glorious Pathway. Here comes the Wind Return. Eternal Guard is there to kick as well. But SRG, the damage is just too much. 3 members are down. Bilexi trying to defend, but Selangor Red Giants with a Game 1 win.
And SRG will make it happen. First blood in the best of 3. Another game is what they need to stay alive in the tournament, of course. And KBG, you know, that early game looked like they were able to hold things together a little bit. Then it just slipped out of their hands, and that seems to be the trend here, the story of KBG. But again, they have been against Titan after Titan, and now a Titan giant. Well, let's go ahead and throw it over to the panel to break down game number 1.
Thank you very much, Ingan, as well as Naisu. One of the things we have to talk about, what is up with the EXP laners today? Because in that game, Cram on that Hilda, he's the biggest reason why Bilexi as well as LMU could not deal out that damage. He just zones them out away.
And we didn't expect it to happen that fast after he's been taken out, what, 2 or 3 times consecutively in the early stages of the game. We were thinking that this might be an opportunity for KBG, but that was all just a distraction because SRG, they were able to focus on the other parts of the map.
Yeah, I mean, with Cram in the very beginning, to elaborate on that, you know, he died, what, twice? There was a few times we're like, what is he doing? But that seems to always kind of be the goal of the Hilda. And what that did was it bought time, because even when KBG was ahead in kills, I mean, SRG was still winning out in gold, still winning out in map control, and it just felt like they had the pressure throughout that whole game. It felt like they were in control that whole game.
Yeah, this is one of those games where honestly it's clear that it's all about macro, right? Selangor Giants, they understood, because this is one of their strengths, because in MPL Malaysia, quite a lot of teams that's very good in the early game, but Selangor Giants, they're the king of mid game. Something about that second turtle, once second turtle spawns, something about SRG, whatever their planning is, they always execute it well.
Yeah, and KBG, unfortunately, we saw that there was somewhat an intention when they headed into the game. But then in the latter portions, after the mid stages, as you've mentioned, everything felt so reactive from them. The Nether Realm, it just felt like it was there to save whoever was in danger for KBG. It wasn't necessarily used to create some place for themselves, and that was something SRG just kept capitalizing on.
Able to do so. Before we even jump into the second game, Michelle as well as Poji is with Simon, the head of SRG. So let's see what he has to say.
Hello guys, welcome to the Courtside Report. Here's Michelle with Poji, and also we are having the Simon, the owner of SRG, with us.
Hi guys.
Hi Simon, how
Hi,
are you?
Michelle.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And so I just asked about how was your experience so far throughout the tournament about the performance of SRG, because they got a very high expectation before the game, right?
I mean, it's like ups and downs. It's like a roller coaster. We won 1 and lost 2, so it's a bit like what I said, like a roller coaster, lah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they did well today, right? What do you think about Poji?
So far, yes. Yeah, we got one more game to go. I'm confident. I'm optimist. I think the boys looking good today.
Sure, you're confident about the players, right? So Poji?
Alright, sekarang ni Misha tanyakan macam mana perasaan dia semua, dan diorang sekarang rasa sedikit optimistik dan juga yakin yang diorang boleh close game ni lah. Tapi pada masa sekarang, Boss Simon, saya nak tanya persediaan SRG tu sendiri macam mana, because yang kita tahu dekat dalam best of 1 dia sedikit goyang dan juga goyah. Macam mana perasaannya tu?
Yeah, of course, masa kekalahan dekat Falcon tu kena comeback. Yes, it really demotivate the boys lah. Yeah, but kita ada 3 hari rest, so 3 hari reset. Kita coaches buat balik, kaji balik, analyse balik gameplay and what not. Here you go today lah. You see hari ni dia orang performing good lah. Very proud of the boys.
Alright. Basically, I'm asking him, what's the main problem? Because in best of 1, they are a bit, not strong enough. But then again, they said after they've been losing for twice, and then they went back, and then they try to look, what is the problem? What's the main cause? Because it really made the players demotivated, don't have enough strength, doesn't feel, oh, we cannot do this. But then again, after a bit scolding here and there, now they're proving the game. They already prove it.
They have made the improvements. So how did the players to keep their energy after the previous losses of the game, maybe?
Oh yeah, of course, the boys has a good 3-day rest. They revitalize and re-energize. Of course, our mental coach did help them as well. And today we also have our nutritionist is here as well in the back room, helping to give them good supply of fuel of energy for them, make sure they are strong.
You got a very professional system for all the players, right?
Jadi untuk melakukan persediaan mental tu macam mana dekat player-player ni? Tapi sekarang ni kan dia cakap ada nutritionist, ada mentalist, ada macam-macam, ada pelbagai coach yang ada dekat belakang tu dah ready untuk kalau kata dia rasa down sikit, okey bagi nasihat. Kalau kata dia rasa macam lemau dan lesu sikit, okey ni Panadol. Macam itu. Tapi sekarang ni kan dari segi kejurulatihan lah, in terms of coaching staff, do they feel any pressure for Aurora and also Coach Arcadia?
Yeah, of course kalau you tengok lah, kalau netizen semua cakap and all that, the bannings, the drafting kan. Tapi saya yakin 100% dekat my technical coaches. diorang tahu apa diorang nak buat. Kita sebagai netizen, saya pun public juga kan, mata public, kita percaya diorang, yakin dengan diorang. They are good.
As the boss himself said, he's confident with his team, he's confident with the coaches because he believes they can prove it. By what mean? All mean it is, they have to win the game itself. And now, Michelle, do you have anything else to say to Mr. Simon?
I got a message because now we can see a lot of fans here sitting and rooting for SRG and also lots of fans back home watching. So as a boss and as the owner of SRG, any message to all the fans who is watching?
Okay, to all the fans out there who are supporting SRG and also we are carrying Malaysia flag, please, thank you so much. Thank you so much for standing behind us until today. We will definitely try our best and go to the next round. And, well, Malaysia boleh.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much. It's a good time to start a game too. So, Piano, back over to you.
See, I know some Spanish.
I thought, well, yeah, it's Team Vamos.
Let's jump into this
I
draft,
watched
guys.
Dora the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer. Me too. My daughter does. I'm in Spanish. I got no clue what's going on half the time. Into the bans. The Louis ban once again. KBG gets. I think it's extremely important. So many teams are having trouble with this Hilda. So many teams can't find counters.
Not or might not take it out because like Wind Return hasn't had a history of using the Hilda in the previous qualifiers as much. I mean, for sure they've been trying to explore in terms of that a bit, but still they'll stick with the choker.
Feels absolutely necessary.
And Sekys on the
There you go.
Suyo feels that. I mean, Sekys' Suyo was a monster.
I'm not thinking if they still want to go for the Joy.
Oh, they still want the Joy. Guys, all right, this time they pick up the Moscow. That's a difference here. So maybe
Pick up the Tigreal here if they still wanted to go for that. I mean, they haven't revealed the mid and the gold lanes yet, so counter the. They could like ban out the counters, do the Moskov here. But as of the moment, SRG, the best possible laning experience on Hilda.
So right now, let's actually talk about this. What's a good answer? What about CC's?
CC's a possibility because you need something that can keep up, right? But the problem is that doesn't CC doesn't give crowd control to
They essentially have to kill KBG twice, which I kind of feel like it slowed them down just a little bit.
Yeah, and so even the Valentina.
and the team feels comfortable when you have a Hilda and a Tigreal and a Suyo. They need some sort of peel. They need a way to keep that away. They go for the Edith. I would like to see it in EXP because I like Cho in the roam, but what do you guys think?
No, I agree. I kind of feel like Edith on an EXP, he can only go one direction for this one. Is it going to be the Natan? And it is going to be the Natan. 100%. 100% repick by SRG.
Lineup for this one, but is it going to be enough against the Selangor Red Giants after what we saw from Game 1? They've got to bring it all together and literally give it their best in this one to extend the series to a Game 3 and keep their hopes alive in the tournament. Let's jump into the Land of Dawn here. Again, Game 2 between KeepBest Gaming and Selangor Red Giants.
Theoretically, I think KBG's lineup is gonna perform better compared to their previous game because again, the Faramis, although the Netherrealm was always used up, they seem to not have any answer with the aggression of Kram, with the aggression of Yumes. They don't have any re-engage. So this time with the Aurora, the Frigid Glacier is key for KBG to answer SRG.
You think that time, or this time around, the Aurora is enough to stop the implosion setups that we saw previously, you know, because obviously, like LaFell said, he's not going to be imploding on his own team. So is the Aurora enough to go ahead and handle that? Now that we have some time to talk about this, do you think that's a big enough change in that lineup from KBG to at least slow things down against SRG?
Yeah, might be enough for Selangor Red Giants to think twice if they were going to overcommit if ever Yums decides to go with the implosion. Because again, the threat of the Frigid Glacier is just too immense. And at the same time, they have enough crowd control this time with Wind Return having the Edith. So they're not just going to rely on Tracy with the initiations of the Jeet Kune Do or the Way of the Dragon. The Earth Shatter Flicker combination might just be enough to get huge pickoffs. Especially Innocent only has one Purify, and there's a lot of setups that KBG can go if they decide to flank the backline.
Yeah, I think it's more so a sense when we look at KBG's lineup in this time around. Tracy had to do so much work in the previous game one, and it just got to a point where, yeah, Tracy couldn't. I don't think he had many Way of the Dragon setups that he was, wanted or that were favorable to KBG. Well, this time around, like you just mentioned, the fact that you've at least thrown an Edith into the mix helps things the same. And I think even part of this, if we can have a replicated game, KBG, in terms of Saxa, the lead that he got, then he's even in a much better position to actually go ahead and contest, the objectives later on. The problem, like I was saying from game one, though, was KBG, honestly, their early game seems to be rather good for the most part, but then that mid-game and even the late-game transition is where they seem to struggle. And
neutral objectives, like what we did last time, but look at this, the 1v1 between Innocent and Bilexi. I think nothing's going to happen here in the bottom lane as they start things off with Turtle.
All right, Turtle's going to be started up. Actually, Cram could be in trouble. He bobs and weaves out of it, though.
Ooh.
Gives the emote as well. Turtle already secured by them. SRG, though.
Okay, so the Frigid Glacier did not connect this time, and Cram just bobbing and weaving. And now onto the bush with the regen. SRG once again. Turtle secured. No trade for KBG.
Interestingly enough, too, the gold lane matchup rather quiet. Just going to go ahead and farm each other up. Even in the XP lane as well, but this might be a play here on Wind Return.
Oh, popping the Primal Wraith right away, but up against 4. You can't do as much. And a pickoff once again for SRG, setting themselves up perfectly for another turtle take.
That's such good timing, too, for SRG. Go up, cap out a kill, now rotate to the objective. They're most likely just going to get this one. Enough distraction from Saxa, even getting the ultimate out. No electrifying beats, so all that results into SRG just getting a whole lot early on for not too much work. Again, Wind Return just getting caught. They're trying to cut the wave and then getting crashed down, and now the play looks to be here on the bottom side. We'll see if they can defend against it.
Spirit of Misery connects, and Innocent just walks away. Selangor Giants, although Yums has the flicker.
Yeah, it's really hard for either team to force fights early on, just because they're waiting for Tracy like this.
Oh, but the question is, are they going to be able to burst him down? Because the Frigid Glacier was there, but just Cram bobbing and weaving once again. Another major resource expended. That was actually 2.
And this is where that momentum continues to build. Innocent getting the Starlium Scythe already is just showing you now. Uh-oh.
Another stun plus Sacred Hammer. Going to burst down Saxa. Goodbye is the right response for SRG.
How do you even escape when these lockdowns are like this, Turtle's up again. This is just going to... Oh, Tracy. Whoa, what a play. Stormie's reaction there. I don't know, man. This is really difficult for Tracy, as I was saying the whole time. Cram, he's just showing how tanky he is. That's it.
Limit testing. Limit testing with Returns Primal Wrath doesn't...
They're well on the way of doing the same exact thing in this game, too. As, Bilexi, the best thing that he can do is go ahead and try to push in some of the tier 1 turrets. They're going to do exactly that.
Oh.
They won't be able to get it, though.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh, here comes the conceal. XP laner Roamer going for the flank. Bilexi trap. Caught in the midst of everything. Will be taken down. Wind Return has to flicker out with the Primal Wrath as well. And that's a huge, huge blow for SRG. Taking down Bilexi. Innocent goes in with the entropy. And now Sekys with a stun. And the kill onto Wind Return.
The moves, the grooves from SRG right now working as one unit. Not giving a chance to KBG at all around the map. They get the tier 2 as well. And now they get primed and ready. 20 seconds away from the Lord at this point. Massive lead at this point of the game. Look exactly what happened in the previous one, where they just turned a switch after that early game. And now for KBG, it's looking grim. It's looking a little bit dire at this point on who do they even target. Tracy again. Who does he kick? It's Yums and Crams every single time, of course, to the front side, and you don't really want to kick one of them. You kick Yums, boom, implosion into the team. You kick Cram, he's just going to run away. At that point, you don't really have a target here for Tracy, as that Lord is already easily secured for SRG. So now the question is, how does KBG defend against this deficit?
By utilizing the macro advantage that they have with this Moscow. But again, if you're Moscow and you're trying to split push, a lot can actually chase you. There's Cram, there's even Sekys. Oh.
Okay. Turret already down. Cram just went up there because he wants to stop Saxa from taking the Lord down. Like he wants to delay it a little bit, that's it.
And that's the thing. That's the thing we were saying. Make sure to not let SRG utilize the pushes that they have. Again, Yums with the miscast, I believe, with the implosion there, so there's no implosion here. Tracy gets a kick, but quite off angle now. It's getting taken down by 4. One member down for KBG, and now they're working on the mid lane turret.
Mid lane turret, tier 2, already down. Holy Shield still up, but gonna be popped here as SRG. Decisive lead right now for them. Eternal Guard dropped down just to cut them and zone them off. KBG can't do anything but watch their base turrets be worked on already. Saxa will go clear the wave.
So clearly the numbers game is in the favor of SRG.
You call it 8-man because of the gold lead. Like that's kind of like an extra body too, you know?
It's a tough mountain to climb for KBG. They will, however, just let go of this Lord. Gonna hope for the best. Gonna try and look for a pick-off before the Lord respawns, before they siege in.
It's either Yums or it's Cram. Tracy can't really get anybody else. And so either of those is not going to be the target that you actually want to go and lock down, you know, with this Frigid Glacier. We'll see if they can make it happen this time. Again, quite a lead right now. Frigid Glacier, are we going to be expended?
Oh, wind return!
Whoa, wind return!
Used to force the flicker, Pyramon Wrath, just to try and delay. Here comes the Eternal Guard. Lord up top. A conceal coming in from Selangor Red Giants. No ultimates committed yet. Here comes the shutdown onto Wind Return. KBG doing their best to defend the onslaught of SRG. The Lord still standing strong as Tracy goes down. And the curse looks to be broken. And another mile extends the golden road of Selangor Red Giants.
And the reigning champions of China will bow out. Their crown slipping amidst the rumbling waves of M6 as the Selangor Red Giants are the last Titan they couldn't overcome. A decisive, strong showing from SRG in this best of 3. And like you said, Ingan, they add one more mile to that Golden Road journey that they have been trying to just claw back into. Now sitting, of course, at the 2-2 mark. They still have work to do to get to knockouts. We'll see if it happens. Again, I'm Nice to. That's Ingan. Let's throw it over to the panel.
But now we have to see what's happening on stage with Rose, where KBG will have their final bow, and of course the interview with Selangor Giants.
We have seen an impressive and drastical improvements with the MLBB China team. KeepBest Gaming has done their incredible best. Unfortunately, their quest to be greater than ever ends here today. However, guys, ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a round of applause as KeepBest Gaming give us their final bow. In 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. We hope to see you guys come back stronger next year. And the team that survives the elimination round this time around, the MPL MY champion. Give it up for Selangor Red Giants, Sekys and Innocent. Hello, boys. How are you feeling after that very intense game?
Good.
You're feeling good, Innocent?
Yeah.
Okay, now that you guys have just been through a do or die situation, right? Essentially, if you guys lost this, you guys would have been packing your bags and going home. What do you think of your team's performance this time around? Out of 10?
For today is 10 over 10.
10 out of 10? Innocent?
Huh?
You have your own mind. 10 out of 10. So this is going to be the peak form that we will be seeing from Selangor Red Giants. Is that what you guys are trying to say?
Not yet.
Not yet. So I'm guessing this is a 9 then, if this isn't 10 out of 10 yet.
Next 100.
Next is 100, which will be tomorrow. Am I right? Okay, now let's talk to Sekys a little bit. Sekys, we know that Selangor Red Giants had a very jam-packed year, right? You guys are 2 times MPL MY champion. You guys won IESF. You guys also won MSC. Is this a factor of you guys losing 2 matches in the Swiss stage, a factor of fatigue? And do you think people already know how to counter you guys?
For me, maybe that one can be a factor also, but I deny that first because I think for now, maybe we are just maybe lacking something. I don't know what to say, maybe discipline or what. Maybe after the losing, we already fits kind of thing lah.
Okay, now you guys have lost 2 matches in the Swiss stages. Still very, very critical. So guys, in your opinion, do you guys fix the problem already or has it been fixed?
Sorry again.
Adakah masalah dalam team dah selesai?
Ya, kalau tak menang pula hari ni.
All right, he said if the problem has not been fixed, they wouldn't have won today. Okay, Innocent. Now, Innocent, we have seen that despite losing 2 matches in the Swiss stages, your performance throughout the Swiss stages has been consistent. Do you want to share with us how you're able to work under pressure like this? How do you work under pressure?
I'm not getting pressured because I just need to do my job properly, and I think that's why I'm consistent on my role.
How is it like playing in a world championship stage but in Malaysia?
In Malaysia, I'm happy because there's a lot of supporters, and because last time on M5 I want to play on our country but I didn't qualify, so I think this is my time now.
Do you guys feel pressure when the audience are cheering for you guys, or do you actually like it?
Actually, I like it, but of course, a bit pressure.
Innocent, pressured?
Yeah.
A little bit? So you guys prefer playing outside or in Malaysia?
Maybe at Riyadh.
Oh, you guys like playing in Riyadh. You know what? I understand. You guys did win 2 championships in Riyadh. Okay, let's do a little bit of a question. After this will be a do or die match between Aurora and TLID. Come on, guys, give me your prediction. Who do you think will move on to tomorrow? Is it TLID or Aurora? Innocent.
I think it's Aurora if they manage to get a good draft, because I think they're strong in this meta.
Okay, so guys?
For me, I think say Aurora, right? I choose TLID, and then if Aurora lose, I will punch him.
Huh? So that's what you guys are betting on. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. Now maybe to wrap up this interview, just a final word to all of the fans who has come here to support you guys.
I just want to say thank you so much for all Malaysia supporters, because still trust us lah, even though we lose last 2 games. Thank you very much.
Anything you want to say, Innocent?
I just want to thank our fans for coming here, and especially my family in PH and also my girlfriend.
Oh! All right, thank you very much to Innocent and Sekys. Congratulations on moving on to the next day of the Swiss stages. And with that, let us throw it back to the panel to break down what happened in this game against KBG.